a winner here, actually. I think it could go very close, and I wonder how much of an effect that match they had earlier on will play on this match. Let's not forget frame 3 earlier, Phil, between Mark Selby and Kyron Wilson.
Yes, Selby salvaged it after needing to answer the question correctly. Who was the runner-up in last year's UK Open to Robbie Capito? It was the player they call the Butcher, Mieszko Fortunski.
Well, hold the back page. A collector's eye.
What?
Well, I can't believe it, and I don't think he can either. I'm sure that Kyron can't. Red at the back of the pack was the red he intended to get on. Is he playing the plant? Well, that was high tariff, to say the least.
Kyron Wilson 6.
And the knack is to find a way to hit. Wilson looks like doing in semi-finals, and hopefully from his perspective in the final as well.
Previous shot, Mark was just trying to contain it, but he was in so much trouble that it was even difficult to do that. Or was another positional shot goes astray, and that's another terrible shot from Kyron Wilson.
Oh, the miss. Kyron Wilson 5. Mark Selby 4.
Both heavy scorers, both cracking potters. And also model pros. I base my assessment that Selby was favourite purely on the fact
One last push. One last best of 5 to decide this whole tournament. Well, he had a long, hard look at something there, Kyron, and it was either a massive miss hit or he was trying to push. Mark will be delighted to be back at the table with a chance in this frame because Kyron's had 2 good ones.
One.
Selby's cue ball control has been 10 out of 10.
Eight. 9.
Maximum amount of matches. Nevertheless, this is the 186th. And look at the personnel in the final. Both hungry for success. 3 days ago, Mark Selby yet to be there.
Free.
Mind you, Stephen, the usual suspects number are lining up for 2 other qualifiers. Shootout champion Tom Ford and Scottish Open champion Lepe Fan.
41.
Came apparent that he would have got in it anyway by winning the British Open, but initially it was from this one.
And funnily enough, looks from that angle he can definitely squeeze through.
$47.
Not a bad ploy, is it, to give your and then dash it?
It's the most annoying thing in the world when you sat in your seat. You can pretty much guarantee that they can see the red, there's no doubt.
Using the rest gave that all due care and attention
63.
because it was frame ball.
$71.
Always control of the cue ball. Certainly in the second half of today, it's been flawless.
79.
Today, he's found his form when it matters most. How well is he playing at the minute, Mark Selby? Can he make it 5 from 6?
87.
I was about to say, well, but it goes in nevertheless.
Miss.
96.
Is he ever going to miss again?
99.
What a break this has been. Pure class from a pure class player. Oh, he's missed the brown for the ton.
Missing
Take his
on
earnings.
for the event over £25,000. Plus, of course, that huge ancillary benefit of being in the Champion of Champions, where the first round losers get a 5-figure sum.
Playing up this long red that Kyron has left from his break off. From what we've seen in the opener, you'd expect him to go close. Straight in the middle of the pocket. Business as usual.
1.
Not the best flick to a baulk colour though. A little bit.
Mark Selby 1.
Well, another long red goes astray for Kyron. And worse yet, oh well against Judd in his semi-final, but yet to get going in this final.
1.
Mark Selby's certain.
Seven.
Annoyed with that one. Wanted a slightly thicker kiss on.
Mark Selby 7.
Needs to be careful he doesn't clip anything thin over the left corner pocket. Yeah, he cut it very thin, which was ideal. Send the red into the red. It's a great safety shot from Kyron. Very, very.
No one box standard escape, but in general, no one's better.
Tiniest of gaps.
Uncharacteristic safeties.
So,
1.
trying to come 2 cushions, nestling behind the back of the green. Well, I live nearer than that.
Oh, the miss.
Now, I think part of Selby's calculation there in putting Will. It's workable. These two have played each other so often in the Championship League. Then quarterfinals at the Champion of Champions in 2020 and Tour Championship in 21.
Mark's concern is where the cue ball is going to go. Surely into the reds and trusting a little bit to luck. Well, he was able to hit it that thin and he's missed them completely, and I don't think he expected it. Well, not to be, so Kyron will be nestled in behind the brown.
Mark Selby
The
1.
occasion, he assesses the situation. He knows he's got Kyron where he wants him at the moment. He knows that this is a short race, that the match can turn very quickly. Could have attempted the brown, could have missed it, could have let Kyron in, and all of a sudden it's 1-1, different game. Keeping
Get a
it
better opportunity. This
But
goes in. everything's there, but he doesn't quite want to commit. Who's also from Leicester. This time he's got the world champion to try and brush aside. Oh, and shots like that help. Now that's the kind of ball you expect a Trump or a Sijawi to fire in.
Possibly just as tough as going for the pot, and these guys would rather go out on their sword than play a bad safety. Huge frame to win, really, isn't it? At 2-0. You know, he's got 3 bites at the cherry to get this comp won. Very unlikely that, although of course it is possible that Kyron Wilson could just go on a mad one for 3 frames and not miss a ball. A chance mark to get this comp won. So he'll be trying his utmost here to get this frame won first of all. This is the chance to do so.
Second title of the season after the British Open.
Needs to be careful. Shouldn't be a problem.
He looks completely in the zone to me, as though it's inevitable he's going to knock them in.
Yeah, he's very, very focused, isn't he, Mark? And joking, he's, you know, messing around, having a giggle, and then bang, straight into his semi, ton, thank you very much. It's all business. Not easy to do that.
29.
A lot of players get into that zone. Mark's able to just find it.
I think he's definitely found the table more appealing today. Hammer the balls like you were towards the tail end last night. Two 0. He'd like one more red for insurance.
45.
I think the miss of the black with the rest has come too late.
Trying to get this match won as quickly as possible. Cap off what's been a brilliant day of snooker from him.
He's been in a different league. And that was in a different time zone from the pocket. If he's got away with that...
We'll just past the black, though. Pot's tricky. Cue ball is sort of taking care of itself. Well, everything's going in at the minute, and that's a beautifully controlled positional shot. So this then the first chance to get this tournament won. Yeah, we're just studying the table here, Mark, just trying to plan his low at some point to bring more reds into play. The pink is above and detached from the main cluster, which makes it difficult to open reds from it. Moving this red away from the black spot is ideal because then that allows him to get that black back on its spot.
13.
Kit playing on the red in open play, then looking to get back on the black to leave himself that low angle on that red at the back of the cluster. When he came to the table, probably thinking 5-6 shots ahead there, but it's all...
21.
As Selby this desires.
He's absolutely perfect. Just can't see how he doesn't bring all the reds into play here.
29.
Karen Wilson, one invitational, one ranking, has won the Championship League twice. Not many others have done it.
37.
Is Mark Selby about to swell that number?
Taken these loose reds, and he's taken what's there so well.
25.
Little angle on this pink, he can screw into the pack. This goes right, it's all over, I'm afraid. Yeah, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect.
$52.
Last year work out that way. But there's a huge difference here. Likely to triumph. He has been terrific. The Selby of old.
Against Kyron earlier, the third frame. If you didn't see it, please find a way to watch that back, because that really is a Mark Selby masterclass. And that actually, I think, set the tone for this whole day.
Group championship ball.
$68.
A little annoyed with that one, no doubt whatsoever. Brilliant.
It's just so good to watch. If you don't like watching Mark Selby play, what a player. One of the best, heaviest scorers we've ever seen. And no doubt about it, the best match player we've ever seen. Finds a way to watch, mesmerising stuff.
And Selby in 22 and 23. Selby remains in this form. Watch out. And watch out the crucible.
Yeah, I just hope he can. I really do. I love watching Mark play. When he's at his best, there really is no one better to watch. What a superb match player he is, and yeah, he's a match for anyone, any occasion, any format. He's tough to beat. To cap off the event with a century break.
How fitting!
100.
A tournament that's produced more centuries than any other Bedvictor Championship League. It won't be a total clearance, but when Karen Wilson missed